Hello and welcome to Megamation Direct Line training video. In this video, we'll go over how to set up users in the security module. All users who require access to the Direct Line system need a unique username and password. The person in charge of creating users needs to have the capability to add, remove, or edit users previously set in the security module by an administrator. Please make sure that the user group and associated menu structure have been created first. And from the main menu, we can go to Utilities, Security Module, then Module, User Management to load up the User Management window. The user can now select an existing user from the list of system users by double-clicking on the list of system users, or click the New button on the right to create a new user in the user entry window. Let us go with the example of creating a new user, John Smith, on the user entry screen. The green fields are required fields in order to save the user entry. The user could be set up with the first initial and last name as J. Smith. Then use the Tab or Enter key to go to the next field and assign a user group to it using the drop-down. Notice that the user has now been provided with the Windows username underneath. Fill in the rest of the user details as needed, like surname, first name, and make sure to enter in a password that should be at least 6 characters long, or just add a 1 to the end if less than 6 characters. Once the user logs in, they can change it themselves by going to Utilities, then Change Password. The user can be associated to their employee number by clicking on the drop-down for employee number if an employee record has already been entered for them. This can be done by going to the main menu and then by going to the module Employees Employee Entry screen. In this case, the user doesn't need to fill in the other employee details such as name and email address, as they can be brought over from the employee record. The user can be associated to a particular assigned to value if needed. To the right side of the user entry screen, the user can select more options that can be accessed by checking off the user has active profile, and then switching to the other tabs in the user entry window, like work order defaults or user options. The work order defaults allow the user to have customizations or default options for work order entries. The user options tab allows the user to set up a few features of the system, like work order list, that could be run at startup. The user can click back to the General tab and choose a system language if needed, and it is selected as English by default. The last green field is required to choose the system database, and usually DataDL should be chosen, or if there are multiple databases, choose the appropriate one for the user. Make sure to click on the OK button to save, and the user gets added to the user management list. At any time, you can click Edit and change any of the credentials if needed. If you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to call us at 1-800-344-8655, option 1 for support.